As modern-day events mirror the tumultuous scenes of ancient prophecies, the storm clouds gathering on the horizon serve as a stark reminder of our own era's instability. With every escalating crisis, could these be the foreboding signs of the horseman's approach? In the mysterious and profound visions of the Book of Revelation, a sequence of apocalyptic riders emerges, foretelling the cataclysmic events that presage the end of the world. Today, we delve into the chilling prophecy of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Revelation's imagery, steeped in the cultural and political contexts of the first-century Roman Empire, speaks to the cyclicality of human suffering and divine intervention. John's revelation, penned on the island of Patmos as both a revelation from Christ and a letter to 7 churches in Asia Minor, unfolds a tapestry of apocalyptic elements that are both vivid and allegorical, reflecting the trials and spiritual battles of the early Christian communities under Roman rule. In our time, when global tensions and existential threats loom large, the imagery of Revelation resonates with unsettling clarity. Could the actions and decisions of today's world leaders be unwittingly paving the way for these apocalyptic riders? Picture this: a scroll in the right hand of him who sits on the throne, sealed with 7 seals. As each seal is broken, a new vision unfolds. The scroll, bound by 7 seals, represents God's unalterable divine decrees. The act of opening each seal indicates progressive revelations concerning humanity's fate and the ultimate reconciliation of creation with its creator. The scroll, sealed by the authority of God, symbolizes the hidden decrees of divine will, each seal's opening marking the revelation of events predetermined by divine sovereignty. Rooted in Old Testament prophecies, where scrolls often appear as symbols of God's judgment and promises. The breaking of each seal on the divine scroll could be viewed as an allegory for the unfolding crises of our times: pandemics, wars, and social upheavals. Each crisis, a seal broken; each revelation, a step closer to understanding or catastrophe. First to appear, riding a white horse, is the conqueror. Armed with a bow and crowned with many crowns, he rides forth, bent on conquest. This first horseman, often interpreted as symbolizing Christ or the Antichrist, embodies the paradoxes of Revelation. The white horse signifies purity and victory, yet its mission is conquest, reflecting the dual nature of power to both protect and subjugate. This enigmatic figure, crowned to signify sovereignty, rides a white horse, traditionally a symbol of victory and righteousness in ancient cultures. His bow, lacking arrows in John's description, suggests a conquest that perhaps extends beyond mere physical warfare, hinting at spiritual or ideological dominion. In today's global arena, figures of significant political power strive for dominance, their campaigns often veiled under the guise of peace and diplomacy. Could this rider be already traversing our world, his bow representing not just war, but the conquest of minds and markets? Following him on a fiery red horse is war. This rider is granted the power to take peace from the earth and to make men slay each other. With a large sword, he spreads violence and chaos. The red horse and its rider, wielding a great sword, personify the brutal reality of warfare. As this rider traverses the earth, he ignites conflicts that echo the tumultuous wars that plagued the Roman Empire, a reminder of the destructive power of unchecked aggression. The red horse symbolizes bloodshed and war. This rider's large sword amplifies the brutal reality of armed conflict, historically reflective of the Roman Empire's relentless expansion and the frequent rebellions and wars that characterized the first century. The red horse's journey through the earth mirrors the unending conflicts in the Middle East, the tensions in Eastern Europe, and the rising hostilities in various global hotspots. Could this be a manifestation of the second horseman, igniting wars and conflicts across nations? Before we continue, if you're enjoying this exploration of the four horsemen, don't forget to subscribe to Bible Unraveled and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Sharing this video with friends and family helps spread the message. If you have any thoughts or questions, leave a comment below. The third seal reveals a black horse, and its rider holds a pair of scales. This is famine. The voice among the 4 living creatures says, "A quart of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 quarts of barley for a day's wages, but do not damage the oil and the wine." The scales symbolize the delicate balance of economic justice, disrupted during times of scarcity. This imagery reflects historical famines, where basic sustenance became a luxury, yet luxuries like oil and wine remained in the hands of the affluent, underscoring social inequities. The black horse represents famine, famine, a common aftermath of war. The scales signify the rationing and scarcity of food, a literal and metaphorical balance between life and starvation. The directive to not harm oil and wine suggests a social commentary on the uneven impact of scarcity, sparing the luxury goods often enjoyed by the wealthy. The stark inequality in access to resources and the economic disparities, heightened by global trade issues and sanctions, could be seen as the scales this rider holds. Is the black horse already among us, dictating who eats and who starves in a world of plenty? Finally, the pale horse appears, its rider named Death, and Hades follows close behind. They are given power over a fourth of the earth, to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. Death, the ultimate equalizer, rides a pale horse, a color symbolizing sickness and decay. The following Hades signifies the grave, capturing the inevitable finality awaiting all life. Their dominion over a fourth of the earth reflects the pervasive reach of death in human history, transcending cultural and temporal boundaries. Pale, often associated with sickness and decay, this horse carries death, with Hades, the realm of the dead, following. This grim duo embodies the ultimate consequence of the preceding calamities, widespread mortality. Their reign over a fourth of the earth underscores the extensive reach of death in times of divine judgment, echoing historical plagues and natural disasters that similarly devastated populations. With recent global pandemics and the resurgence of diseases once thought controlled, could death be riding his pale horse through our cities? The rise in zoonotic diseases, those transmitted from animals to humans, echoes the wild beasts that accompany this grim rider. These riders, each a symbol of the divine judgments poured out upon a sinful world, remind us of the fragility of our existence and the profound truth of divine justice. As we reflect on these harrowing images, we are compelled to consider our own lives in the shadow of such revelations. The relentless advance of the horsemen through human history is a stark reminder of the cycles of suffering that pervade the human experience, each rider activating a deeper contemplation of morality, mortality, and the need for spiritual redemption. As we witness events that could well be pages torn from apocalyptic literature, the narrative of the Four Horsemen urges us to question the very fabric of our civilization. Are these the mere echoes of ancient fears, or are we indeed living in the shadow of the horsemen's ride through history? The prophecy of the Four Horsemen challenges us to understand deeper truths about human nature, divine judgment, and the hope that lies beyond the trials of this world. For those who stand faithful, a promise of eternal peace awaits. In the face of these profound and unsettling parallels, it is incumbent upon us to seek wisdom, pursue justice, and nurture hope, even as the storm clouds appear to gather. What role will we play as the story of the Four Horsemen continues to unfold in our time? Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the Bible's most powerful and awe-inspiring visions. If you found this video engaging and insightful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. If you're not already subscribed, now's the perfect time to do so. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep seeking the truth hidden within the sacred pages.